Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I will be showing you how to do a natural soft glam. So what you see here now is me filling in her eyelid space with a little bit of concealer that I use to line the bottom of her brows. So I'm just going to start with applying a little bit of brown eyeshadow. Since we are going for something more natural, I like to keep it real simple with just a very neutral tone brown eyeshadow. And her face was already moisturized, so what I'm doing now is adding a primer. The primer I used today was from e.l.f. Now I'm just mixing shades and just kind of testing out the shade to see what works for her. So I'm just adding it to her jawline, as you can see, just making sure it blends properly. Then I'm going to take that shade and I'm going to clean up the top of her brow. So for the bottom of the brow, I use a concealer, and for the top, I'm going to use the foundation shade. So now I'm going to apply the foundation to her face, both sides of her face, her forehead, a little bit on her nose and her chin. And it may look like I'm using a lot, but I'm really not. I'm just kind of using the little bit that I had, and I'm just spreading it out evenly across her face. So I'm not adding more, I'm just spreading it out. A little bit of concealer under her eyes, along her chin, her forehead, and down her nose. Make sure you are just spreading it out evenly. Contouring her nose a little bit. I'm bringing that up into the beginning of her eyebrow, so down the sides of her nose, up into the eyebrow, just real lightly. A little bit along her cheekbones and her forehead as well. So the same shade that I'm using to do the nose contour, I'm also using to do a little bit of contour / bronzer on her cheeks. A little bit of liquid blush. This blush is from Juvia's Place, which honestly I've used it a few times. I don't really use it that often because it's super pigmented, but I actually really enjoy using it. I think it turns out beautiful, so I might start using it more often. Again, this liquid blush is from Juvia's Place. After I have applied the concealer, I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. Take my handheld fan and just blend out the edges. Blend out the contour on the cheeks. Blending out the contour on the cheeks and along the hairline. Start by blending that first. Yeah, blend all that out evenly. Make sure there's no harsh lines there. Just making sure everything blends into each other. You don't want to see any lines where anything starts and where anything stops. Nothing harsh. Make sure everything is just blended out to perfection. Blending out her nose a little bit. Again, I have that fan blowing on her face just to kind of dry down that concealer. And once you blended out the contour along the cheeks and along the nose and the hairline, that's when you can start working on the concealer under her eye and along her forehead. Again, still letting that fan blow on her face on a low setting so it doesn't dry super fast, but it also dries it enough to get tacky enough to where once I'm blending, it's not picking up any product. Have you or your client look up so you can blend in those creases under your eye. Sometimes we have creases under our eyes, so we just want to make sure we get all the makeup in there and set it properly. Once you have the concealer blended out good, you want to go in with some loose setting powder. Again, having your client look up so you can set those under eye creases with some powder. I'm just using a little bit at a time. I don't like to go in too heavy at this step. I just like to go in with enough to where it just kind of gives it that super soft finish. Enough just to kind of set that concealer. It's super smooth, super blurred, just real pretty. The powder I'm using today, I think I mixed it from the one size in the deepest shade and a little bit of, it might be Huda Beauty, or I'll let y'all know in the comments. So all the places that I have applied the concealer, I'm going to set with the loose setting powder. So under the eyes, the nose, the chin, the forehead, everywhere you see I applied the concealer, I'm going to add the loose setting powder. Again, just going over her cheeks, her forehead, her jawline with the bronzer and a little bit of blush. This blush is from Juvia's Place. I believe it's volume 5. Super beautiful. So pretty. I just love the way everything comes together. Just gradually just comes together. It's so beautiful. She still very much looks like herself. Still just very soft and very pretty. And what I'm doing now is just going in with a loose translucent powder just to let her bake for just a few minutes. A little bit of brown in her waterline. And I know I said it before, but the key to getting your lashes to stay is to put glue along the lash line as well as the actual lash. And you just can't go wrong with this go-to lip, the brown liner with a little bit of nude gloss. Dusting away that loose translucent powder. Now to add that nude gloss to that brown liner, like this lip combination is just perfect for everybody. It doesn't matter what skin tone, it doesn't matter what age, it's just perfect for everyone. So wrapping up here, we're just going to take a pressed powder And we're just going to just set the face even more. Just make sure everything is blended out properly, making sure everything blends into each other, and just setting the face. These are like the final touches. And y'all, she just looks so pretty. She looks so good. Make sure you're always setting your makeup with a setting spray of your choice. Final touches, adding a little pop of gold to that inner corner. Touching up her eyebrows, just kind of filling in what I may have accidentally messed up throughout the process. So just touching those back up, making sure those look good. Thank y'all for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more tutorials and more lifestyle content.